you're going to have to realize that all the pain and suffering that you went through, every bit of it is there for a reason. And all that pain and suffering that you went through is just to determine how bad do you want it. So you have to know, you just have to know that these reality checks along the way are here for a really good reason, for you to find your future self. I'll see you on the inside.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Welcome back to the No Comfort Zone podcast. I'm glad to have you back here. I have taken a few days off of the day job in order to focus on me. I really needed to decompress. I got to a point where the stuff that I'm preaching and teaching and talking about, I was dull. I was losing my sharpness. I was losing my edge. And quite frankly, I just want to let you know that no matter how many times you go through a no comfort zone period, you can get beat up so bad by putting yourself out there that you can start to feel defeated. And I know I'm not defeated. I know that. And all the crap that I went through was not to get me to a point where I'm defeated. But I got to tell you, y'all have to know this. I want so much more to my life. And I'm sharing my journey through this podcast and why I'm going through what I'm going through and why I put my intentionally in uncomfortable situations and stuff that I don't want to do in order to become better. Because I think that's where growth happens, the personal growth, the personal development. A couple of things that are happening right now is the book is almost done, literally almost done. I'm so excited to actually say that it's not a thought, it's not an idea or an intention. It's actually almost done. Going through the editing process now. And it's something that I focused on for, the better part of, I would say, about 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. But the book is, I don't even know what the title, it's a working title in progress. It could be called The No Comfort Zone Blueprint. It could be called The No Comfort Zone. I was thinking of Self-Inflicted, all the bullshit that I put myself through, all the problems in my life, no matter somebody else's fault, my fault, no matter what, it was always self-inflicted. Everything that I've gone through in my life got me to this point. So I thought to myself, I really want to complete this book. So I'm going through the editing. I do that early in the morning, do that late at night. I do have a day job, which I told you I'm taking time off from. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because as I reflect over the last couple of days taking off of work, I'm realizing that this is important for you to hear, that all of the stuff that you've gone through in your life, all of the adversity, and the people that listen to this podcast are the ones that are trying to be something better than they currently are, have possibly gone through some pretty adverse situations, bankruptcies, divorce, health issues, major loss in their life, dealing with long-term trauma. That's some of the people that I work with, or, experiences that happened 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, like mine, where, that problem that I went through in my life that caused me to basically be suicidal and put myself into in a big coma, I guess is the best way to say it, from overdosing intentionally. All that stuff that happened for a reason. And when I was about to check out, I realized that, as this journey that I'm on, that's not the way to go. That's not it. There's so much more. And when I finally woke up out of the coma and started to get my speech back and started to get I was able to walk again, it was really a bad time. My brain was so screwed up. Timelines and everything were screwed up. Memory was screwed up. But it all came back to me in the end. Thank God. But the truth is that I get to a point where I'm stuck in average because I'm afraid to risk anymore. And that's where the no comfort zone began. And there's a lot of people out there that are afraid to take risk because you think, I don't want to lose any more than I've lost already. And believe you me, I've been there. But I want to tell you this, if you keep reaching, if you keep going for it, if you keep putting yourself out there, but you're working on your personal growth and personal development, it's just a matter of time before all that stuff actually comes together and you're in a new reality for yourself. But you really got to put yourself out there. But if you put yourself out there and you're the same person that you were before the adversity that got you in the adversity, you're just going to create more adversity. It's a failure cycle, bullshit cycle, and it just absolutely sucks. And I want people to wake up and realize that, God's delays aren't God's denials, but you got to wake up. You got to be that person that says to yourself, what did I learn from my adversity? You don't live in it, but what did you learn? What was the benefit of it? Where's the gratitude in the adversity? And that's the joy. That's what I want to express to you, that I can't tell you enough, that if you were to take time out of your day, journal it out, write down your intentions in the morning, meditate on it, figure it out, do what you need to do in order to become a more aware person and get your mindset right, and then go just do some physical activity, and then write your goals down again. That's like step one in the no comfort zone. That's what we do. What you're going to find out is you've learned a lot. You're going to find out the adversity that you put yourself through. And yeah, you did put yourself through it. You're going to find that you're a better person because of it. And now what you need to do is you need to apply yourself. And if you're thinking, I worked hard for a few days, I've done this, I put myself out there, I've been a better person, and if you're in a relationship, I've been a better person to the other person, it takes time, man. You got to have faith, and you have to also express to yourself, it takes time. You just can't snap your fingers and hope that everything's going to be back to the way it was, because it's never going to be back to the way it was. And for a long time, a very long time, I would dream my family was still with me. And then I would wake up and realize I'm all alone again. It was like Groundhog Day in hell. I would wake up another day, oh man, my family left me. No, the fact is, they didn't leave me. My family did what they had to do to protect themselves from me. And the way it went down and what happened afterwards, it just happens. I was a bad person. I was not a very, it's all about me. I'm the one that's being left. I'm the one that my wife's leaving. I'm the one that they're taking all the money. It was victim. And now I'm in a place right now where, the more I have, the more I want to give. Not because I want to boast about it on this podcast. There's a genuine joy in doing that, but you've got to do it for the right reasons. There has to be no expectation in return. And when you realize all of the crap that you went through in your life, it was for a reason. And you just have to keep steadfast. You have to keep the consistency. You have to keep the discipline. You have to keep the faith. And yeah, you do have to have, I really do believe this, God's delays aren't God's denials. You have to have faith in God that everything's going to come the right way. And when the time is right, it's going to happen for you. I know it's happened for me. I can say that now. It's been a long journey. I had people in my past tell me, man, I don't know how you're making it. I did a podcast the other day about no more burritos. I didn't look at it back then at being, oh, woe is me, I got to eat burritos. And if you're listening to this podcast and you know what it's like to be that broke, you're just thankful to eat. And that's what it came down to for yours truly. I was just happy to eat. I didn't care if it was burritos or not. After a while, I got to a point and I'm like, man, I sure would like something more than burritos. And then in time it came. And then I don't know if I expressed this on the podcast, but I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm in sales. So if you're catching this for the first time, I'm in automotive sales. And I get paid pretty much like on a monthly basis. And even though I was good at it, I'm actually really good at it. I can say that. I trained a lot of people to make multiple six figures. I've trained managers to train their team. And if you give me a shout out, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you've ever been trained by me and you listen to this podcast, hit me up. Give me a 5-star review, please. I'm trying to get other cool people to check this out. But more importantly, what I'm trying to do is connect with the people that are going through adversity, because in 30 years in the automotive retail business, I've seen some ups and some downs. I've seen the worst of people, and I've also seen the best of people. And there's a lot of great people in that industry. But if you're one of those that I've had contact with, or if you can reach out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Leave a review that we've possibly worked together before. It just gives me credibility so people know I'm just not a bullshit artist out here trying to just do a podcast for whatever reason. If you know me, you know I've gone through adversity. If you work with me, you've seen me go through adversity. And if you work with me today, you know I've gotten myself out of that adversity through the grace of God and a lot of other things. But I'll tell you this. I want to bring this home, and I want to let you know something. I want to let you know that as I was excelling as a salesperson, all of the money that I had coming in was going to other people because of mistakes and adversity that I created in the past that I had to pay for. And by paying for that adversity, it made me, I had to basically catch up. I was in a really bad spot. I talked about going to Kohl's to buy t-shirts. One of the first major purchases I made when I was successful in sales, but I was still broke and all the money was going everywhere else. I mean, IRS, child support, ex-spouse, and it was brutal. But I learned to respect money at that point. I learned the power of money. And the first major purchase that I made was, believe it or not, a paper towel holder. No bullshit. I still have it to this day. To this day. That's amazing. But yeah, first major purchase was a paper towel holder. And I don't know why. I don't know why I got it, but I did. So that was one of my first major purchases. So aside from the t-shirts at Kohl's, aside from eating burritos and all that stuff, it came to a point where you just have to ask yourself a question. What the hell am I doing? I'm paying for past mistakes, but you don't have to. I have a blueprint, the No Comfort Zone blueprint. It gets you out of adversity, helps you see the adversity that you're in, or better yet, when you're out of the adversity, helps you get to a solid foundation based on the lessons learned. And my whole goal with that blueprint was literally a guide for me, because I can be very sporadic. I can be all over the place. So it was just a guide for me to follow a flow chart, if you will, going back old school, or a path on how I can actually stay focused on what's most important. And that's getting my mindset right to do my goals, to get the knowledge that I need to succeed, and then have the right mentality to engage in the world, and then also see if it's working by the success failure cycle. Tying that all together, being able to speak to companies about it, tying that to a sales process, tying that to leadership, it's proven me well, although I'll tell you this right now, I have a tough time where I'm at currently. Sometimes people don't want to follow along and they want to stay comfortable. That's the hardest part. It is comfortable wanting. It is comfortable getting frustrated. It is comfortable to say the reason you're not where you want to be in this life is due to somebody else's whatever. But I'm here to tell you this 100%. The uncomfortable part is have faith. Have faith that it's all working in your favor. You just got to stay steadfast. You got to have good character. You got to do the right thing when no one's looking. And that's the part that people have a hard time. They don't know where to start. So go to thenocomfortzone.com, thenocomfortzone.com, or dan@thenocomfortzone.com, and check it out. If you're in sales and need help, that's a place to go. If you're a manager and need help, that's a place to go. If you're a drug addict and you need help, that's the place to go. That's broad, and there's a huge spectrum, and they always say niche down when I do this podcast. But the fact is that there's somebody out there listening to this right now. You're driving in your car and you realize, man, you're ready to say F this. I'm not where I want to be at. It's somebody else's fault. I got problems in my life. Wah, wah, wah. Just stop crying like a little bitch and decide what it is that you want out of this life. And then let's work together so that you can get it. If I had me in my corner when I was going through all the bullshit, I would have had a much different reality than I have right now. I'm not regretting it. What I'm saying is this: it didn't have to be so effing painful. Just keep the faith. Keep doing the right thing when no one's looking. If you need help, go get the blueprint, thenocomfortzone.com. Doesn't cost you anything. It's my gift to you. So anyway, I hope this finds you well. Stay the course. Your dreams are about to happen as long as you keep working at it. As long as you believe in yourself and you believe in God, I believe that this is going to happen. God's delays are not God's denials. It's going to come when your time is ready. And your time just might be as soon as you get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.